Greetings, viewers all around the globe. This is the Voice of Heaven station, where heavenly messages are being transmitted to the earth realm. There is an abomination going on the earth now, especially in terms of marriage and the killing that is savaging and ravaging Nigeria, and the high rates of divorce and the way married men and women commit adultery in marriage. And the thing is global. People are beginning to complain and ask questions. What is this? Why all those things going on? You see young girls engaging in harlotry and young men endorsing them. And the thing is gradually becoming normal. Women commit immorality in marriage and it's gradually becoming normal. So today, I will be reading a scripture that will enlighten us and make us understand why these things are happening. So we'll be reading from the book of Hosea chapter 4. While I was meditating on this very verse, a revelation hit me that has to do with this country, Nigeria. We'll be reading from verse 1 to verse 17. I pray God help us to understand and see the light of His word in Jesus' name. Hosea chapter 4, verse 1. Hear ye the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord had a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, no mercy, no knowledge of God in the land. Child of God, I want you to understand, when a nation decide to do away with their maker, decide to do away with God, God has a problem with such a people. He said, hear ye the word of the Lord, children of Israel, for the Lord had a controversy. What does it mean to have a controversy? An issue, a problem with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, there is no mercy, no knowledge of God in the land. Where God has been taken away, where God has been minused from the equation, what do you expect to have in such a land? The people becomes wickedness. The people becomes wicked instead. Wickedness will be wrapped in the heart of men, and truth will be truncated. Lie becomes truth, and truth becomes lie. Verse 2. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood. By swearing, by lying. You must understand, children of God, when a nation endorses these things, when a people becomes so ignorant of God, killing, lying, sin becomes the order of the day. People commit adultery, immorality becomes normal, because God has been minused from the equation. God is no longer there. Truth is no longer there. People no longer have the knowledge of God. You get it now? Verse 3. Therefore shall the land mourn, and everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish, with the beast of the field, and with the fowls of the heavens, yea, and the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away. What does it mean to mourn, child of God? To mourn is to cry. To mourn is to weep, to live in pain. And the land shall mourn, because they have no knowledge of God, because sin has become the order of the day, because all the individual living in such a place has endorsed immorality and endorsed adultery. So because of this, God is saying the land shall mourn. Is there no mourning in Nigeria today? Is the land not languishing? Are people not crying? What does it mean to languish? To live in sorrow. Let's go verse 4. Yea, let no man strive nor reprove another, for the people are as they strive with the priest. What God is trying to say here, don't just bother to reprove anybody. Don't try to correct anyone, for the people are as they strive with the priest. Child of God, you must understand, we are living in a generation where people argue with people whom God has placed over them in authority to guide them. A generation of I too know that knows nothing. A generation that wants to prove, everybody wants to prove knowledge. A generation that truncates the landmark which God has placed on the planet Earth with the people He has used in time past and people He's still using. A generation that has truncated the law of God and wants to bring in their own knowledge. A generation that everybody wants to be a teacher. Everybody wants to bring out their idea. He said, let no man strive nor reprove another, for the people are as they strive with the priest. Verse 5. Therefore shall thou fall in the day, and the prophet also shall fall with thee in the night, and I will destroy thy mother. What God is saying here is, therefore shall thou fall, because you have neglected God, because you have endorsed sin, because you have left the law of God. He said the people shall fall in the day. What does it mean? Is Nigeria not falling in the day? The shame, the ignominy that is happening in this country is seen all around the globe. Every other country witness the shame and ignominy that is happening in this country. And he said, and the prophet also shall fall with thee in the night. Which prophet shall fall in the night? The prophets that lie to you, the prophet that make you relaxed in your sin. Those prophets that prophesy peace where there's no peace. Those prophets that lie to you that the Lord will neither do good nor evil, that make you relaxed in your iniquity. He said they will fall with thee in the night. What does it mean to fall in the night, child of God? To fall in the night is when they think they have gathered wealth, they have gathered power, they are safe. Even in their comfort zone, destruction shall come upon them. In their safe spot, destruction will hit them. Because they make you people neglect your maker. So therefore they will not also go unpunished. Destruction shall meet them. And he said, I will destroy thy mother. The mother in this context is talking about the land. Is destruction not going on in Nigeria? Fulani herdsmen killing people running from their villages, and they become refugees in other country. Is destruction not going on in Nigeria? People no longer sleep with their two eyes closed. This is as a result of your iniquity, because you have left God, you have neglected the one who created you. Judgment has come upon the land. Verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, and thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children. What God is also saying here, child of God, is my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. God's people. He didn't say unbelievers. He didn't say sinners. He said my people. And who are God's people? The priest. This passage is specifically talking to the priest. And the people, you must understand, if you are a leader, the people put under your care are your children. Because through you, God ministered to them. That is why you were appointed as a leader. So he said, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. Child of God, you must understand, God has rejected all your generals. Your pastors who are so comfortable living in sin, your pastors who has taught you to neglect God, God has rejected them because they reject knowledge. They reject knowledge because you will see people like Apostle Ubat Angel who will say they should not call their name, they are too big for correction. God has seen them err, and God will use people to correct them. They will refuse to receive that correction because they feel they are too big. They feel so proud because they have gathered wealth, they have crowd. They reject knowledge, and God said, because they have rejected knowledge, I have rejected them. And I will also reject, you will also reject your children. Children also mean their own biological children and the people they are pastoring, the people they are leading. Because you are still under their grace, God has left them. So therefore God has also rejected you because you are a product of them. Verse 7. As they were increased, so they sinned against me. Therefore I will change their glory into shame. I will change their glory into shame. Nigeria, you must understand, child of God, Nigeria is a country in which God has glorified with everything a nation needs to survive. Everything a nation needs to become powerful, to become glorious, God has installed in this country. But because of the vampires of leaders, both in government and in religion, that is leading you people, they have led you people astray. They've taken you people away from your maker. And God said, the glory, I will change their glory to shame. The glory he has put in this country, the glory he has decorated this country with, he's taking it away and replacing it with shame. Despite how glorious this country is, despite how big, despite all the great men God has raised from this country, shame is still in Nigeria. And this is because of your sin. As they increase, the more you grow, even in numbers, in finance, in knowledge, the more you advance in technology, you sin against God. And he said, because of this, he will take away the glory and replace it with shame. Is there not shame? Are you not experiencing shame in this country? Every day when you go to the media, it's from one bad news to another. Nothing good ever comes out of this country in the media again on a daily basis. Why? Glory has departed. Ichabod, the glory has departed. Verse 8. They eat up the sin of my people, and they set their heart on their iniquity. This is talking to your generals. They eat up the sin of my people, and they set their heart in their iniquity. Child of God, you must understand that they don't just come to eat your sin physically. No, what they do is they refuse to teach you the truth. They refuse to tell you the truth, because when they do, you will not come to church again. You will see many churches where people go to church half naked, putting on trousers, putting on all manner of Jezebelic attires, and the pastor will not say anything because they don't want to lose member. They don't want to lose your offering. They don't want to lose your tithe. They will let you be comfortable in your sin to come to church like that, and you think it's just like that. No, they enrich themselves from destroying your soul. They enrich themselves from taking you away from God. And God is saying they set their heart on your iniquity. That is, they enrich themselves. They gain power. They gain money from your iniquity. You will see politicians who come, sow seed to them, give them money. So because they receive money from those people now, they will not be, they don't have the courage to speak truth, to rebuke those people again. Because why? They've taken bribe. They've taken bribe for the people that is killing you. They can't speak anymore. Verse 9. And there shall be like people, like priests. You are a product of the person you follow. The grace you are hiding under, you are a product of that person. You can't plant yam and expect maize. No. They teach you to be okay with those Jezebelic attires. You see men going to churches with all manner of stupid Babylonian hairstyles, with earring in their ear. They don't correct you. You are their product. They leave you to be comfortable like that. They tell you, church, they mind. Now mind, not church. No. They set their heart in your iniquity. That is where they gain their influence, their money, their power from. They destroy you to enrich themselves. And I will punish them for their ways and reward them for their doing. That is the punishment you are facing. Because you have neglected God, because you have neglected truth, because you have truncated the law of God, He will punish you for your evil doings. Verse 10. For they shall eat and not have enough. They shall commit whoredom and shall not increase, because they have left off to take heed of the Lord. They shall eat and not have enough. Child of God, you must understand what God is saying in this context is, you will see people like your generals who have billions and millions of naira in their account, and yet they are not satisfied. They are insatiable. Something don't feel right. They want more. The more they get, the more they want more. Many people will deceive themselves to say they are ambitious, they are hardworking. No, it's a curse, it's a punishment. You will eat and not be satisfied. You will have money and you will still want more. It's a punishment from God. Since they have set their eyes, their heart on mammon, they have set their heart on modern things, they will have it and not be satisfied. You will see people like your politicians who will loot billions and billions of dollars, yet they are not satisfied. They are ready to kill everybody in the nation just to enrich their pocket. Child of God, you must understand, this is a punishment from God to them. Because they have set their eyes on those things, they have set their heart on those things and neglected God. They will eat and not be satisfied. They shall commit whoredom and shall not increase. What does it mean to commit whoredom? Whoredom mean spiritual. Whoredom can mean different things. Spiritual unfaithfulness. Whoredom can also talk about physical sexual immorality. You will see many Nigerians, both youth of these days, you will see them going to idols, going to bath themselves with Fanta on the river just to acquire wealth, seasonal wealth. Within the space of 2-3 years, they are back to square zero. This is what the word of God is saying. They shall commit whoredom and not increase. You will sacrifice to gods. You will burn incense to different gods. You will burn incense to the Queen of Heaven. For a season, it will look as if you are increasing, and you will also fall down. You will not increase. This is the word of the Lord. I'm not prophesying to you. I'm telling you the time and season you are. Verse 11. Whoredom and wine and new wine take away the heart. Pleasure, comfort, the things of this world, the enjoyment of this world, it takes away the heart. People are no longer living with the heart God gave to them. They have stony heart as a result of pleasure, as a result of spiritual infidelity, spiritual prostitution, jumping from one idol to another, and the different spirits start possessing them, and the heart of God is taken away from them. The fear of God is truncated in them. People are now beast-like in human form. Verse 12. My people ask counsel at their stock, and their staff declare it unto them. For the spirit of whoredom had caused them to err, and they have gone a whoring from under their gods. Where people are supposed to meet their God, where people are supposed to come to God, seek, inquire from God. When people have issues, instead of them to come to their maker, inquire from them, no, they rather go to idols. They pay people to say, check for me, how is my business doing? Check for me, is my son okay? Is my son dying? The people worship idolatry. The spirit of whoredom has caused you to err. You seek counsel from their stocks, and their staff declare it unto them. You go to meet different babalawo, witch doctors for counsel. You want to do business, you go to a native doctor, check if this business will prosper for me, instead of you to come to God, instead of you to go on your knees in prayer and talk to your maker, but rather they choose the other way. And they have gone whoring from under their gods, fornication, spiritual prostitutes everywhere, going from one idol to another, having different spiritual wives and husbands. Spiritual prostitute, you commit prostitution with other gods instead of staying with your God, staying with the Lord God of Israel who created the heaven and earth, but rather They choose they choose to seek counsel from the devil. Verse 13. They sacrifice on top the mountains and burn incense on top hills, under oaks and poplars and elms, because the shadow thereof is good. They sacrifice on top mountain. People go to do sacrifice in every fourth junction in Nigeria now. You must see people doing sacrifice, putting head of goat, head of fowl, putting full meat there, deep cow ribs, and all manner of rubbish. They do those sacrifice there. Why do they do this thing? Because the shadow thereof is good. Shadow in this context talk about the result, what they get from it, the protection they get from it. Just like the book of Psalms said, he that dwelleth under he that dwelleth under the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow, under the protection. Shadow talks about protection, coverage. So they enjoy the power, the money they get from doing those things. So that is the reason why they are prompt to do it. That is what this place is talking about. Because the shadow thereof is good. Now let's see because why your daughters and wives are into harlotry now. Therefore, this place talking about, so because you have neglected God, because you have decided to worship other God apart from the God which is in heaven, therefore your daughter shall commit whoredom and your spouse shall commit adultery. Therefore your daughters shall commit whoredom and your spouse shall commit adultery. So you see the reason why women are cheating in marriage. You see why the thing is so rampant and common everywhere nowadays. It's as a result of your sin. It's a punishment from heaven. It's judgment. Judgment can come in different dimension. Because you have neglected God, because you have decided to serve other gods, because wickedness is found in the heart of man, therefore your daughters shall commit whoredom. Whoredom, I told you, can mean two different things: spiritual unfaithfulness and physical sexual immorality. Now you see, guess now what is happening again, the trend that is going on with them. You see them going to answer the call of the devil, and they say they are calling, they are river children, they have the calling. It's judgment. Because you have decided to be unfaithful to God, your children shall commit whoredom. They shall go to use themselves to serve other gods right before your very eyes. The very way you make God feel by going to bow to other gods, the same way you make God feel by going to worship Mammon, the same way you make God feel by going to bow to Lucifer, that same way you will feel when you see your children. They become idol worshippers. And your spouse shall commit adultery. You will see people crying, men languishing, marriage of 10 years, marriage of 8 years, marriage of 12 years, just once the woman commits adultery and the marriage is over. This is what is happening right now. And child of God, is a punishment. I'm trying to take you. Time has traveled back to time. It's a season of judgment. Wickedness has filled the earth. The heart of men has turned away from God. Verse 14. I will not punish your daughters when they commit whoredom, nor your spouse when they commit adultery. For they themselves are separated with whores, and they sacrifice with harlot. Therefore the people that do not understand shall fall. What God is saying here, not that God is encouraging what they are doing. No, he said, I will not punish your daughters when they commit whoredom. Because you have decided to hurt me, because you have decided to break my law, because you have decided to neglect everything I have said, your daughter shall commit whoredom, and I will not punish them for it. That is what God is telling you. There is nothing as painful as a parent. You see your child wasting before your very eye, committing immorality, becomes a prostitute, and becomes something useless to their generation. There is nothing as painful as that. Because you have decided to hurt God, you will have a taste of your own medicine. When your spouse commits adultery, God said will not punish them. You will see that they will keep prosper. Now it's like a normal thing. Women feels to leave marriage now is like freedom. This is judgment. It is judgment. Open your eyes, wake up, and repent from your iniquities. Because if you expect all these things to stop within a twinkle of an eye, you lie. They will continue. If you think you have seen death, you have not seen anything. If you think you have seen enough of this adultery, you haven't seen anything, because it is judgment to this generation. You have neglected your maker, and God has decided to punish you. He said, for they themselves are separated with whores, and they sacrifice with harlot. Who endorses all this? The girls into prostitution, the women who cheat in marriage, is it not men that sleeps with them? So because you have endorsed all these things, God will not punish them. Because you on your own, you commit whoredom. You commit spiritual infidelity with other gods. You cheat on the God of Israel with other gods. So therefore your spouse will cheat on you. People commit sacrifice with harlot unknowingly. People think sex is sex. You meet with somebody, you think you just meet with them. No, you are burning incense to the queen of heaven. You are burning incense to Jezebel, their mother, the mothers of harlot. And he said, therefore, the people that do not understand shall fall. Destruction shall meet you. Because you lack spiritual understanding. Because you have neglected God. Because you rebuke knowledge. Destruction shall meet you. Verse 15. Though that Israel play the harlot, yet let not Judah offend, and come not ye unto Gilah, neither go to Beth-aven, nor swear the Lord liveth. What God is saying here is, the Judah God is saying here is a man of which God has revealed to several prophets, several people, and they have talked about him. TB Joshua has talked about him, and other prophets has talked about him. God is specifically talking to that person here, and every other person connected to him. Though Israel play the harlot, let not Judah offend. Let not Judah copy them. Do not look at what they are doing and what their generals are doing. They have bowed to mammon. They have sold their soul for money. Do not look at them. Do not offend. Do not err like them. Not swear that the Lord liveth. Verse 16. For Israel sided back as a backsliding Hera. Do you know what this place is talking about? This Hera is a female cow. And a backsliding Hera is an animal that refused to be led, that refused to be controlled, that is recalcitrant, a rebellious animal. See how your sin has reduced you to a state of God, comparing you to animals. An animal that refused to be controlled, backsliding Hera. You refuse to take counsel, you refuse to take wisdom. Now the Lord will feed them as a lamb in a large place. What God is talking here, He will offer you people as a lamb, as a sacrifice. A lamb with the shepherd is safe. A lamb under the control of his shepherd is safe. But when you are left alone in a large place, you are vulnerable to wolves. You are vulnerable to wild animals. And that is exactly what is happening to Nigeria today. You can see Fulani herdsmen killing and destroying people, and nothing is done about it. People pay them to stay alive, still yet they kill them and take their women. Nothing is done about it. Because why? You have been offered as a lamb, as a sacrifice, because of your iniquity. Your iniquity has caught up to heaven, and God has decided to judge you people. Verse 17. Ephraim is joined to idol, let him alone. Ephraim is talking about your generals, the pastors, the people God has placed in position to lead you, the people God has placed in position to talk to you, but they have bowed themselves to idols. They have joined themselves to idols. Let him alone. God has neglected those people. God has left those people. Those men are no longer men of God, but men of themselves, men of mammon. Come out from among them, like the Bible said. Come out from among them. They are drunk in sorrow, and they have committed whoredom continually. They are drunk. So what God is trying to say, God is trying to expose them to see their sin is so visible that the blind can see and the deaf can hear it. Can't you see what is going on? There are shame all over the media. What once became glory, what once became glorious, is now shameful. The cloth of glory God has put on them, the attire of glory God wrapped them with, has been taken away. They are empty. They are drunk. They are drunk. They are drinking sore. Drunkards of general, who are drunk in iniquity, who are drunk in bribe. They have committed whoredom continually. Some has bowed to other gods. They are occultic. Many of them are occultic people there. Many there are sexual addicts, and you can hear their scores all over the internet. People like Christopher. And many of them who also have sexual appetite for men, not even women. You can see how disgusting their sin is. And it has come to limelight. They are drinking sore. It is so like, oh my God. They have committed whoredom continually. It's a regular thing for them. Their sin, their immorality is a regular thing for them. Their spiritual infidelity, they have done it continually. So because of this, the Spirit of God has left them. They have left their calling. The Spirit of God has departed from them. Harus with shame, do love, give ye. What God is saying here, this harus with shame, do love, mean the things that are supposed to be shameful to them, things they as a man of God that naturally you should hate, is now what they love. Corruption is now what they find pleasure in. Immorality they should hate is now what they love, because God has departed from them. Give ye in this context is talking of give us bribe, give ye. They are talking about money. That is what they always preach to you. Pay your tithe. If you don't pay your tithe, you die. Fine, it's good to pay your tithe, but that is what they emphasize on. Give us sow seed. Come and buy this mantle. Come and do this. You will see people like Jeremiah who has monetized and merchandised spiritual things. That is all they know about. The wind had blown, verse 19. The wind had blown her up in her wings, and they shall be ashamed because of their sacrifice. Because of this, both the pastors, the politicians, every individual, they shall be ashamed. And this is specifically for your pastors. The wind had blown her up. Their shame is everywhere. The glory God has given to them before has departed. Because why? They have led you people astray. They make Christianity a mockery. They made mockery out of Christianity. So because of this, God has left them. Glory has left them. The wind has blown their secrets. Their secret is all over the media, and shame has come upon them. So you can see why what is going on in Nigeria is going on, because it is prophesied already. And the time is now. That is why the prophecy is coming to pass. That is why you see infidelity so great and massive in marriages. Because your sin has caught up to heaven and judgment has come upon you. I think I have made my explanation clear. This is the Voice of Heaven station, where heavenly messages are transmitted to the earth realm. God bless you.